We become instruments of greatness when we become recipients of heaven's wisdom and understanding. When heaven whispers, the feeble become strong, the unfortunate become blessed, the despondent receive hope, the frustrated regains control, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Reverend Biney is the new voice resonating kingdom precepts in the heart of believers today. He brings a fresh new perspective of how we can manifest Christ in our everyday walk. He is an anointed voice to rekindle the flame of greatness within every Christian. Tune in same time every week to hear a fresh whisper from heaven.
I have two Mongols. I call the older one Dream, and the second one, the younger one, I call him Bullseye. Bullseye is aggressive. Bullseye is the type of dog who would quickly eat his food and come for yours. Dream is on the quiet side. Dream seems to accommodate Bullseye all the time. And sometimes I'm like, you shouldn't let this happen. You're the older one, right? Dream is a girl, Bullseye is a boy. And sometimes you would say maybe it's just because of the gender. But I think I see a trait in Dream that that's quite unique. And this is the reason. Sometimes Dream will have to stand her ground to be able to have something to eat because Bullseye does not chew his food. He swallows it and then just goes for Dream's food. And he's fighting with Dream over the food, and he's aggressive. And sometimes they fight and you see them fighting each other. You watch them, and if you've never seen two dogs fight, you need to go find one and see. It's interesting. It really is interesting. Anyway, why would I be talking to you about two dogs fighting? Dream taught me a lesson. I think it was 2 days ago. Dream taught me a lesson. No, it was actually yesterday. Bullseye fell sick, and Bullseye couldn't eat. We served both of them. Bullseye's food is here, Dream's food is here. Dream ate her food and would not touch Bullseye's food. I thought this is time for retaliation. I thought this is the time where you pay Bullseye back in what he did to you. But that's not what Dream did. There was forgiveness in the heart of Dream. And I asked myself, if dogs can forgive, can't we humans do better? If dogs can forgive, you know, Dream would go to where Bullseye is, because Bullseye is sick, right? And he lays down and cannot even get up and walk. He's throwing up. And Dream would go there and lick him and try to do everything to console him. This is the dog that fought with you over your food. You were in this house before Bullseye came, and he's trying to take your place. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I get out of my room and they both run to me, Bullseye literally bites the leg of Dream so Dream cannot come to me. So I'm thinking that it's payback time. But that's not what Dream did. Dream is expressing forgiveness. And indeed, her actions begs the question, is it too much for human beings to do the same? If dogs can do it, can we not do better? There are things in life we don't choose, okay? There are things in life we don't choose. There are many things we get to choose. You get to choose your career. You get to choose your partner. You get to choose where you live. You get to choose your job. You get to choose who becomes your mentor. You get to choose your teachers. You get to choose so many things. But there are few things we don't get to choose. You don't get to choose who your mother is and who your father is. You don't get to choose which side of town you were born. You don't get to choose which nationality you belong to. You don't get to choose the color of your skin. You don't get to choose the strain of your blood. You don't get to choose your siblings. They are your siblings. They step on your toes. They hurt you at times. But we must forgive them and live in peace. And that's my point to you today. You must learn to forgive. There are things that we just have to learn to accommodate. The people we have to learn to accommodate. And we have to forgive them. You don't make the choice to say, this one is no longer my brother, or that one is no longer my sister. You have to choose to accommodate them. You have to choose to accommodate them. Okay. How does this translate to biblical terms? The Bible says on Calvary's cross, they pierced Jesus' side with a spear, and water came out and blood followed. I want to say that again. On Calvary's cross, they pierced Jesus' side with a spear. Water came out and then blood followed. Do you know that for any woman who is going to give birth, water comes out first and blood follows? So actually on Calvary's cross, Jesus was giving birth to a new kind of generation. So if you're a Christian, you are my blood brother. If you're a Christian, you are my blood sister. So I want to talk about those people in church who make it difficult for you to go to church. These are the people who just can't keep their mouth shut. They want to be in every business of yours. These are the people who are born again, but find it in their hearts to talk about you and make sure you lose opportunities and lose blessings that should have come to you. And sometimes they're difficult to forgive. But if Dream can do it, you can do better. If Dream can do it, you can do better. I won't spend much of your time today. I just want to bring you to something that happened with Moses and God. And then to that, I would say, if dogs can do it, we can do better. If dogs can forgive, we can do better. Moses had the people of Israel. These are people he tried to help throughout his life. He spent his life looking for a way out for these people. He became a murderer for them. He went on the loose running for his life because of them. He comes back to face Pharaoh and this unnecessary confrontation. He didn't ask for it, but because of them, he had to do it, right? He could have enjoyed the comfort of the palace, but he ended up in the desert watching over sheep because of these people. And then when he finally frees them from their bondage, they have the courage and the confidence and the audacity to look at him in the face and accuse him. The Bible says they chided with Moses because they were thirsty. They spoke against Moses. Somebody would sacrifice his life for them. And so I would think that when the opportunity comes, Moses would say, okay, I did my best. You know, I have forgiven, but I have not forgotten. That's what most of us say. That's not what Moses did. The Bible says God approached Moses and said to him, look, I have a proposition for you. These people have been so evil and wicked. I want to kill them all and raise a new generation out of you. That was the dream and bullseye moment for Moses. Moses could have just said, okay, it's payback time. Kill all of them, every one of them. Bury all of them, and let's start a new generation. I mean, it sounds good. That God will come to Carlos and say to Carlos, I want to create a nation out of you. And I want to do away with these people who've been backbiting you and talking bad about you and trying to cheat you and trying to disrespect you. I don't know. I'm not Moses, but I'm learning from him. And I want you to learn from him. Because if dogs can do it, we can do better. If dogs can forgive, we can do better. You know what Moses told God? He said, don't do that. He said, don't do that. He said, yeah, they disrespected me. Yeah, they did all these bad things you are listing. But no, I choose to forgive them. Give them another chance. So for the things you cannot change, embrace. For the people, your blood brothers and blood sisters in church, who get on your nerves, whose words always pick at your freedom and the sanity and the tranquility of your days, they are always disturbing you, they are always hurting you. Things you didn't say, they would say you said. They make themselves instrument of division to make sure that they disturb and destroy your relations. If it comes to you, they must oppose you. If it comes to you, they must fight you. I am begging you and reminding you that if dogs can do it, we humans can do better. God chose Moses because he knew that that time would come. But when it comes, Moses would forgive them. God will choose you for some important jobs. He will choose you for some important ministry. He will choose you for some important work. But it's because he can find in you forgiveness. You know, you can't work with people if you can't forgive them. Because no matter what you do, they'll have something to say bad about it. When you feed them, they say you fed them too much. When you try to help them fast so they can get more spiritual, they say you're wicked, you are spending their money, you are stealing from them. When you correct them, they say you are harsh. When you're kind, they say you're weak. Men have something to say, no matter what you do. Please. God is preparing you for something great. But you must have forgiveness in your heart so he can use you. Today, decide to forgive. And then we'll talk tomorrow. Love you as always.